In a related development, 2 persons being treated for coronavirus infection at the University of Ghana Medical Center have been sharing stories of trauma and anxiety as they dread being stigmatized after recovery. There have been several reports from parts of the country with some people still doubting the existence of the virus in Ghana. Joy News obtained exclusive access to the UGMC Treatment Center for persons infected with the virus. They're warning people to be cautious and stay at home as government continues to battle the disease.
Psychologically, it's been very scary. It is scary. I mean, you have all the symptoms, and obviously you'll be very scared. You can't sleep at night, you're sleepless, you're restless. It's pretty hard. You don't know what can happen to you the next day. So it's very dangerous illness. I won't wish it for anybody.
One of 2 persons being treated for COVID-19 I have met here. It's been 21 days since Akai, not her real name, tested positive. She tells me she was brought here only days ago.
For me, by the time that the sample test came in where I was positive, I had already been self-isolating in my house. So I had all the resources to keep myself from infecting others. And I kept to myself and at home. They served me outside my door and everything. So nobody was actually affected. However, when it got serious a couple of days ago, because I actually wasn't breathing properly, so I had to come in so that they can monitor me properly with oxygen and so on, support. And so that's how. But psychologically, it's actually not been easy up till now.
Long before her test results were ready, she feared she may have contracted the disease.
I was a bit too curious. I think I already figured out that I had it, considering the symptoms. I actually got the symptoms from day 1. So I got the terrible headache, I got the fever, I got lots of smell and taste. I got almost everything except the sore throat, and then the shortness of breath. Anyway, so it was kind of like the sample test just confirmed my fears. Yeah.
You speak about the fact that you suspected because of all the symptoms you had got at the time. So at what point were you tested?
I was from the time I got the symptoms, I was tested about 4 days during the symptoms. So I got the headaches for about 2-3 days, and then on the 4th day I got the fever, and that's when I realized that, and I got the runny nose and the blocked nose actually. So that's when I realized that I had to call it in. So when they sampled, a sample came in about a couple of days after, but I was already doing my own treatments, in-house remedies and all that. So that was what helped me, get better at least.
The past days for her have been exhausting, but with support from health workers at the University of Ghana Medical Center, she is getting by. But her greatest fear right now is how to avoid being stigmatized by community folk after her recovery.
I am scared. I mean, if I leave here and I'm actually recovered, I don't know what I'm going to face outside, how people will perceive me in my neighborhood, especially among my friends. But the thing is that I think that it's best that you don't tell people. I mean, the less people know about it, the better, even though you wish you would have told them to help them, stay safe. But at the end of the day, the stigmatization in this country is serious. You wouldn't want to go through that. So for now, I mean, we're just keeping our fingers crossed.
How are you doing?
I'm doing better.
I meet another person I'll choose to call Polo, who has been here for 5 days.
This virus is seriously very serious. We can't take it very lightly. As I'm here for past 1 week now. I was suffering a breathlessness, but because of the doctor's team over here and the staff management, I'm getting better over here.
He hoped at the time of the test that the results would be negative.
At the time when they taken the sample, I was free that the test will be negative. But when the test came, it was a positive test. It will feel like it will give you a sudden attack that how can it be a positive.
I believe that you are being taken through the treatment and everything is going well.
Yeah, sure, everything is going well and we are under the treatment and we are getting better.
Did you present with any of the symptoms that we are learning, the dry cough, dizziness, all those other things?
At that point, I wasn't having any symptoms. When the test was taken, I wasn't having any symptoms. But later on, after the result came, I was quarantined for 4 days. After that, I realized that I'm getting breathless.
Polo and Akai are upbeat and hopeful of pulling through, but they have a message to those who still somehow believe coronavirus is a hoax.
I'm an example. In total, it's been about 21 days since I had this illness. So you can just imagine the trauma I've already faced. So if you're telling you to stay home, practice safe distancing, and you're not doing it, then you have a long way to go. It's dangerous. Keep yourself out of harm's way. Wash your hands as much as possible. Wear your face masks and all that. Just be safe out there. It's a very dangerous illness. I won't wish it for anybody.
In all, 26 persons were brought to this facility, out of which 18 have recovered and been discharged. Chief Executive Officer of the center, Dr. Darius Osei, assures the facility has the capacity to manage patients while health workers remain committed to helping combat the disease.
We are actually following the protocol of protecting ourselves. And I'm sure it is going to become one of the normal conditions that we manage if we follow the protocols and protecting ourselves well. So we've tried to demystify the myth that comes around it. And I hope that the stigma will also gradually go away, and then we will all begin to think that it is one of the normal things that come in our lives. And so far as we prepare ourselves as providers, we should be able to stand the test of time. And so far, I will congratulate my staff. They have done very well, and we hope to continue.